Wiring the outdoor unit should be done by a competent electrician and all safe working practices should be observed. The outdoor unit must be supplied directly from the consumer unit through a dedicated Type B or Type F RCD. It should be protected by a Type C bipolar breaker sized as follows: 20 amp for the 4.5 to 6 kilowatt units, 25 amp for the 8 kilowatt unit and 32 amp for the 10 to 14 kilowatt units. Power should then be routed from this MCB to a rotary isolator installed next to the outdoor unit but outside the safety zone, using correctly sized weatherproofed external cable. Cable sizing should be done by a qualified electrician. The rotary isolator should be lockable, IP65 rated and break all poles when operated. Power is then routed from the rotary isolator to the outdoor unit. The correct cable size should be calculated according to BS 6761 and we recommend using H07 RNF cable. At this point, remove the casing panels to access the wiring. First, unscrew the 11 screws securing the top panel with a properly sized screwdriver. Lift and remove the top panel. Next, remove the side panel by undoing the 3 screws located at the bottom, 2 at the front and 1 on the right hand side. Finally, remove the 6 screws on the circuit board cover, 3 on the left and 3 on the right. Remembering, any work involving the removal of the heat pump's exterior casing must only be performed by competent personnel, and when working on the outdoor unit with the casing panels removed, a gas detector must be used, set to 25% or less of the lower explosive limit for R290. Thread the cable into the unit through the cable gland located at the bottom right on the back of the unit. Then, guide the cable through the second gland into the circuit board, ensuring it enters the circuit board housing on the left-hand side. Remember to create a drip loop outside the unit just before the cable enters through the grommets. This prevents rainwater from potentially running down the wire and into the unit. Once the cable is in place, strip it back a minimum of 60 mm, leaving the earth wire slightly longer and connect the live, neutral and earth to the terminals on the left-hand side, securing it with the cable securing clamp at the base of the control board. The outdoor unit and the control box should be connected using a shielded network cable such as Cat5e. This cable supplies power to the control box user interface and facilitates communication between the outdoor and the indoor units. It is the only cable needed between the outdoor unit and the indoor heating system. Thread the second cable into the unit through the cable gland at the bottom right on the back. Then guide it through the second gland into the circuit board. Connect the shielded cable to the terminals labelled T1, T2 and E1 at the bottom right of the control board. Just above, you'll find the connections labelled X/HA and Y/HB. Connect the final 2 wires into these terminals, again securing it with the cable securing clamp at the base of the control board. We have a separate video explaining the wiring requirements for the indoor control box. A helpful hint: after wiring up the outdoor unit, safely leave it powered without connecting to the control box inside while you continue with the rest of the installation. The outdoor unit needs to be powered for 6 hours before any heating demand is created to prevent damage to the compressor. This tip should save you waiting around at the end of the installation.